Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another stream. I hope you guys are all doing well. Of course, it is in fact a early stream today than where it was yesterday. Yesterday was still an early stream, but today it's even more of an early stream because I'm starting the stream literally 4:30 in the morning. So I'm trying to start my day early. Okay. A couple years ago I wasn't really an early person, but I am starting to, become an early person, obviously, and, wake up more. It's just so much more productive, while everyone else is still sleeping. I got no distractions, and yeah, got the world to me. But guys, welcome back to another stream. I hope you guys are all doing well. We've got a fair few things to talk about in today's stream. I hope you guys are still holding in there. I hope you guys are still, you know, not feeling too bearish with Bitcoin or boring with Bitcoin, because you guys can clearly see Bitcoin is still hovering at $30,000. Now, yesterday, okay, listen up. Yesterday, okay, we know we did in fact see Bitcoin at $31,000, right? We all know that. Okay, we saw Bitcoin at 31K, okay, and actually dropped back down to $30,000. And this is not the first time that Bitcoin, okay, has happened. You know what I mean? This is not the first time that we have seen this happen to Bitcoin. We have seen this many times, right? One right here back in 24th of June, one right here, one right here, one right here, and our most previous one right here, right? So we have in fact been seeing Bitcoin, going up above $31,000, above this resistance line. Okay, you guys can clearly see that. And right now it's obviously, breaking back down once again. Seems like to me that this is obviously a very, very heavy resistance line for Bitcoin right now. Okay, clearly. And every time we tend to see Bitcoin reach, $31,000, it does affect tend to, break back down below $30,000, below $31,000. So right now it's calling out 30,900. So it's just below, just slightly below $31,000. Okay. So we are in fact seeing this happening right now for Bitcoin. But in my opinion, okay, if we just really zoom out, if we go to the daily time frame, right, Bitcoin is still holding up very, very well. Even though yes, it has in fact been consolidating at this level, okay, of this resistance line, the support level, it's still holding up very, very well. Okay, and that's obviously the main thing here, right? And that's absolutely amazing to see. So the market today, not much movements, right? The global crypto market cap is kind of 1.21 trillion, so it's a bit lower than yesterday. And overall, the market's down 0.68%. So you guys can clearly see for the past 24 hours, a fair few altcoins, okay, are in fact dropping. Ethereum's down pretty much 1%. Same with Ethereum. BNB's down as well. Cardano, right? Solana's having a slight movement, but still at $19. Not much movements for Solana. But yeah, you guys get the gesture, right? For the past 24 hours, not much movements for the market. Polkadot, Polygon, Bitcoin Cash, all down. Okay, over 2%. So yeah, not much movements in the markets today, guys. But I want to talk about this, right? I really want to talk about this. So we know Bitcoin cannot seem to, break above, at least $32,000. It seems like to me we can't see Bitcoin reach $32,000. Now, I told you guys, if you guys haven't seen my most previous video that I've uploaded today, you should definitely check it out. Okay. But yeah, I made a video, okay, I talked about it, okay, of Bitcoin, potentially reaching back up to $32,000. And that is, in fact, a very crucial target to hit because for many reasons, right? It's obviously, once we actually see Bitcoin touch $32,000, that's obviously going to create a new high for Bitcoin for this year in 2023. Of course, right? We haven't actually seen Bitcoin, break to $32,000 just yet. So once it does, obviously that is in fact going to be a new high for Bitcoin. So that's going to be some exciting times because this will happen very, very soon. So what this article is saying is that once we actually see Bitcoin reach over $32,000, 32.5K, okay, a launch pad zone will happen for the Bitcoin price, right? Which means it's going to pump. Okay, we will in fact see Bitcoin continue to pump up to the upside, right? So be excited for that for all my Bitcoin holders out there. Okay, Bitcoin is still holding up very well. Okay, $32,000 per Bitcoin is in fact going to happen. We're going to see Bitcoin touch 32K, and once it does, that's going to be a very crucial level. And I really do believe once we actually see that, the next leg up for Bitcoin will in fact happen. Okay, so that being said, there is in fact a fair few charts that I want to show you guys in today's stream. Starting off with this one, I've showed you guys this chart many times, but it's very important because Bitcoin has in fact been moving in between, $31,000 and $30K for the past 12 days. Okay, for the past 12 days, just think about that, right? For the past 2 weeks, pretty much. For the past 2 weeks, we have in fact been seeing Bitcoin pretty much consolidate, move sideways for a very long time, right? So it has to make a movement either up or down. Okay, so if we do in fact see Bitcoin break above, this heavy resistance line of $31,000, it's going to go to 32, and then once that happens, I think another rally will in fact happen. But Bitcoin could potentially have a correction. Now, I told you guys many times, if Bitcoin does in fact have a correction down to the downside, it's not going to be a massive correction. That's what I want you guys to understand here, right? It's not going to be a massive correction back down to the downside. I think potentially it's going to reach maybe $29,000, just like what it's showing right here in this chart, maybe even 28 to 27. Okay, that's very, very possible. Here's another chart indicating that we could potentially see this for Bitcoin to drop further down to the downside from where it is right now, or we could potentially see Bitcoin break above this heavy resistance line and break up to the upside and reaching $35,000, $36,000, $38,000, just like I mentioned many times, right? Or we could potentially see a correction back down, and then it's just going to pump back up to 30K, 31K, 32K, and so on and so on and so on. But personally, I think it's just going to pump. I think Bitcoin will potentially pump because we are facing a very strong resistance line and a support level, okay, for Bitcoin right now, okay, clearly. So I think we will potentially see Bitcoin pump up to the upside. And it seems like right now, Bitcoin is actually dropping. If we go to the 15-minute mark, let's see. Bitcoin is dropping. Oh, had the lid on. So Bitcoin is now at 30,800. So it is in fact slightly dropping right now as I'm streaming. So we're going to see where Bitcoin leads for the stream, but it is in fact dropping. You guys can clearly see. But yeah, I'll keep you guys updated on that. But yeah, we could potentially see Bitcoin drop, right? So that's that. Now, here's another chart. Okay, chart that I want to show you guys. So obviously we are in fact seeing a very heavy resistance line right now for Bitcoin. Okay, and once we actually break above this resistance line, it's going to be very crucial, and the next target is going to be around $40,000. $40,000, right? Now a lot of people are in fact different. A lot of people are in fact saying we're going to see 35K, we're going to see 38K, right? We're going to see 40K, 45K even, okay, in the next few months. And I really do believe towards the end of this year in 2023, we will in fact see a 50K Bitcoin. I think that's a very realistic price target for Bitcoin to hit towards the end of this year in 2023. So it's all up from here, guys. That's what you guys understand. It's all up from here. We're not going to see Bitcoin like crash back down to like $20,000 or below $20,000 ever again. Like that is gone. Okay, I don't think that in Bitcoin history that's ever going to happen once again, because I've told you guys many times, we have already hit bottom, and we know the halving is literally right around the corner. It's literally going to happen, less than 1 year from now. So there's no way in hell, right? We're going to see Bitcoin crash like crazy. You know what I mean? I don't think we will ever see a 24K Bitcoin ever again. That's just personally my opinion, right? It's not the time, you know what I mean? So obviously Bitcoin is in fact in the right path right now. Okay, it is obviously slowly recovering from its previous lows and this falling wedge that we have in fact been seeing all of 2022, right? So clearly it's creating a new pattern up from the upside, right? It's creating a new pattern to the upside, and that means it's all ups from here pretty much, right? So obviously we're going to have small corrections along the way, but it's all ups, guys. Okay, we are going to see new targets reaching, okay, and that's why for the past few days, few weeks, even a few months, I've been showing you guys different charts, right, that people have in fact been predicting, and I totally agree with them, right, that we're going to see Bitcoin reach 35K, 38K, 40K, 45K, 50K, right? So these targets are very realistic for Bitcoin to reach, in the next upcoming few months, right? That's what I want you guys to, understand here. So here's another chart, and this is, could potentially actually happen for Bitcoin, okay, short term, especially this year in 2024. But you guys can clearly see, okay, we will potentially see Bitcoin, okay, break out from this resistance line very, very soon at $31,000, and it will touch 35K, and it will just continue on from there, okay. It will touch around, 49K, 50K, right? And it's saying that Bitcoin's going to drop all the way back down to this resistance line. Now, I will say this, that is possible, you know what I mean, for Bitcoin to absolutely crash back down all the way down to $31,000, since this is in fact a very heavy resistance line. And you guys can clearly see throughout the past, right, few months, and of course back in 2021, a few years back, we actually saw Bitcoin touch, at this level, right, of, $31,000. You guys can clearly see that, especially in May of 2022, we actually saw Bitcoin consolidate, right, at this level for a very long time. So who knows how long we're going to be in this level for, right? Because I don't know if you guys remember, but yeah, last year in May, right, Bitcoin was in fact, consolidating, moving on its sideways, at 30K and $31,000, just like where we are right now, right? So we will see, but I don't think once we are at like 49K, I don't think we're gonna drop all the way back down to $31,000. I think that's very unlikely to happen for sure, right? I don't think that's ever gonna happen, because the halving's gonna happen, and that's gonna tend to pump Bitcoin, right? We know that, okay? Every single time we have the halving, that is where Bitcoin tends to pump the most, right? So this chart right here is indicating that Bitcoin is in fact forming this sort of cup shape, cup pattern, okay? So you guys can clearly see this curve and this handle right here, okay? And this has in fact been forming for the longest time, right? I think I've mentioned this many times for you guys, that Bitcoin is in fact forming this cup pattern, and of course this handle pattern. So obviously 30K is in fact the resistance, and it's saying here that the final target is around $42,000 for Bitcoin, right? $42,000. I think Bitcoin can go way higher than that. Okay, I think Bitcoin can go around at least 50K towards the end of this year in 2023. Time will tell, we will see. I know I keep mentioning that, but I think it's just very possible for Bitcoin, especially at this pace, right? Like, we're pretty much 6 months into 2023, and so far Bitcoin has pumped. You guys can clearly see that how much Bitcoin has pumped up to the upside, and how much it has recovered from its bottom, right? Back in November and December, of course. So it's looking pretty good for Bitcoin. So I really do believe at least in the next 6 months, it's going to reach at least up to here, which is around $50,000. I think that's very possible. It's going to be way higher than 42K for sure. You guys let me know in the comments below. I'd love to know. But yeah, I showed you guys this chart before. 200K, yes, that's very possible for the next, bull market for Bitcoin, right? The Bitcoin bull run will happen very soon. And I really do believe, yes, a 200K Bitcoin. Listen, it may sound crazy, okay? A 200K Bitcoin, how can Bitcoin pump this much? Okay, I understand that, guys. But you guys understand, right? Let me just show you guys an example on CoinMarketCap. A quick example on why you guys shouldn't think like a 200K or even a 150K or 250K, 300K, Bitcoin is not possible, right? It is possible, especially in the next bull market. Now, hear me out. Remember, right, back in 2020, our most previous halving, Bitcoin was around, I want to say $6,000 to $7,000, right? You guys can clearly see that, right? $6,000 to $7,000 to $8,000 to $9,000. Okay, so it was sort of at this level right here, and then towards the end of 2020, right, we saw Bitcoin absolutely pump, right? You guys can clearly see that, and that's because we were in fact entering, the next bull market. Bitcoin was in fact having another bull run. Okay, and that's exactly what happened. So back then, guys, right, when the halving happened and all that, and back in 2020, mid 2020, when Bitcoin was at like, $8,000, $9,000, $7,000, no one knew, right? No one knew Bitcoin would pump all the way up to 60K. You know what I mean? Like, no one had even a thought of that would happen for Bitcoin. So, right, think about it, right? A 200K Bitcoin, no one's really thinking about that now. I think people think it's, it's impossible for Bitcoin to reach 200K. But I'm saying is right now, it's very possible for Bitcoin to reach 200K, even higher than that. Okay, believe it or not, even higher than 200K. This chart right here is showing you guys that Bitcoin can go as high as pretty much $250,000. You guys can clearly see, okay, throughout Bitcoin history, Bitcoin always creates a higher high, meaning it always creates a new all-time high. So once the halving happens, we see Bitcoin, pump, and that's when it does in fact create a new all-time high, and it'll just keep rising, having another bull run, right? Until it reaches its top, which no one realistically really knows where it is, but this chart is indicating that we will potentially see a 250k Bitcoin, right? 250k Bitcoin for the next bull market, right, for Bitcoin and crypto. So Bitcoin, we will in fact see it potentially at $250,000, guys, in the next bull market. That's absolutely insane. And personally, I think that's possible, right? At the beginning, yes, I said 200k is very possible, but 250k, that's also possible as well. And a lot of people out there are in fact predicting that in the next bull market, okay, we will potentially see Bitcoin reach higher than 250. People are saying it's going to reach over 300k. That's what people are in fact saying. But personally, I'm gonna stick with 200k and 250k, okay, because I think that's more realistic, right? But we will see. But I know, guys, this upcoming bull market that's going to happen for Bitcoin, it's going to be completely different compared to the other ones that we have in fact seen. So you guys can see in Bitcoin history, it always creates a higher high, right? So meaning it's obviously going to easily reach back up from its previous highs and reach a new all-time high, right? So they're saying it's going to reach over 100k, $127,000, $186 thousand dollars, $250,000. So time will tell, guys. Okay, time will tell. Okay, so be ready for this, guys, for all my Bitcoin holders out there, because Bitcoin's about to explode. Okay, more institutions, more banks out there will start coming into Bitcoin and just cryptocurrency in general. Like we've seen Fidelity, we've seen BlackRock coming into the crypto space, filing for Bitcoin ETFs. So that's absolutely amazing. This is what's causing Bitcoin to pump, right, for the past few weeks. So that's absolutely amazing. So yes, guys, $250,000 per Bitcoin by the year 2025. Okay, 2025 is the year, okay, we should be really looking at, keeping our eyes on, because what we saw in 2021 will happen for the year 2025. 2025 will be an amazing year, should be an amazing year for Bitcoin and crypto, right? So be excited for that. Now, the Fingreed index currently at 64 in greed, officially in the greens. So it is affecting greed just like yesterday and last week. Last month we were in fact in neutral. So obviously it is in fact going slightly higher than where it was yesterday. So that's obviously amazing to see for the Fingreed index. You guys see the Bitcoin monthly returns. It's currently at 1.3%, right? So over 1%. So still we are in fact in the greens, and we are for sure going to end off this month in July in the greens, in my opinion, because you guys can clearly see in previous years Bitcoin does actually perform pretty well in July. The month of July, right, Bitcoin actually performed pretty well. I'm actually surprised. Last month in June, we ended off our last month in June at 11.98%, pretty much 12%. We'll round it up to 12%, right? Might as well. We ended off that month in the greens, surprisingly. And usually June, you guys can see in previous years, Bitcoin doesn't really perform that great, right, in June. But surprisingly, this year in 2023, we ended it off pretty well, okay, a 12% return for that month. So that's absolutely amazing to see. So we're going to see what happens with July. And I told you guys many times that July, I do in fact see Bitcoin, right, reaching at least, $35,000 this month, or maybe even $38,000, maybe even 40. We will see. That's going to be crazy though. I don't think it will hit 40. I think it's going to go as high as around $35,000. But this month should be a good month for Bitcoin. Okay, it should be. That's all I'm going to say. But it's looking pretty good, right, for Bitcoin, right? It really, really is. And it's showing that 250k in the next bull market is very, very possible. So that's that. All right. So we've got a fair few questions here. I'm gonna go ahead and answer it actually. But Bitcoin is dropping. You guys can just clearly see that. I think it's going to drop further down, maybe. We will see. But this is, in fact, the 15-minute time frame. And you guys can clearly see Bitcoin is, in fact, dropping. So we're just going to leave it on this, and I'll answer some of your questions. Let's have a see here. A minute might reach that for the 10. So someone says 40K probably top this year. Yes. Okay. 40K. I think that's possible. I do. Right. 40K. I think that's easily gonna happen. You know what I mean? Like towards the end of this year, guys. I really do believe Bitcoin will easily reach over 40K. Right. It's already at $30,000. We still have 6 months away till the New Year's, pretty much till this year ends. Right. 6 months. We're halfway through this year. So personally, I think Bitcoin can easily pump over $10,000 in the next, couple of months, right? I want to say at least 3 months. Okay, so that's going to be October, right? October. Had a little brain fart right there. So October, okay, yeah, 40K is very, very possible, maybe even 45K, right? But I really do see a 50K Bitcoin, you know what I mean? In November, and October, right? Even December, okay, Bitcoin actually performs pretty well, actually. Yeah, it performs not too bad, not too shabby, right? You guys can clearly see, especially in 2021, look at that, 40% return, 46% return. That's absolutely insane, right? But yeah, I really do see Bitcoin reaching at least 50K. I don't think 40K is the top for Bitcoin. But personally, okay, everyone has their own opinions, you know what I mean? But I really do believe we're gonna see a 50K Bitcoin, right? Even over 50K Bitcoin. And people out there are predicting, and I showed you guys a fair few charts of this, that people are in fact predicting that Bitcoin is going to pump way higher than $50,000 this year in 2023, right? It's gonna go way higher than that. People are predicting that's gonna go to like 55, right? Or even 60. Okay, so I don't know. We will see. Right. We will see. Yeah. Okay. So it is a bear market right now. Yes, it is, guys. Okay. I told you guys many times. Okay. I agree with you that obviously we are still in a bear market. Bitcoin is nowhere near. If we go back to the weekly time frame here, Bitcoin is obviously nowhere near its previous all-time highs. Right. And a lot of these altcoins, right? Let me just go back here. All of these altcoins, if you guys look at the market, right, the crypto market, and look at majority of these altcoins, these prices, they're still low. You know what I mean? They are still low. Majority of these altcoins are still down a lot. Cardano is down from its previous all-time highs, like massively. Same with Solana, Avalanche, Polkadot, Polygon, Chainlink, you name it, right? Majority of these altcoins are still down a lot, guys. So you guys understand, okay, we're still in a bear market, right? But I will say this, okay, I will say this. We are, in fact, in the beginning of the next bull market, but we're not obviously there yet. We're not 100% in the next bull market just yet. We're still in a bear market, right? So please be patient, but I will say this is the beginning, okay, the start, okay, an early start, okay, a little teaser for the next, bull market. Pretty much this year, it's just all recoveries, right, for Bitcoin to go back up to its previous all-time highs, okay? What's your opinion on Quant crypto? So Quant, I've heard a lot about Quant. It's all the way here. Quant, yeah. So Quant, I've heard a lot about. I know a fair few crypto YouTubers, other crypto YouTubers and other influencers are in fact talking about Quant. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, okay, transparent with you guys. I don't know anything about Quant. Okay, I don't know anything. I haven't done my research on it, okay, at all. I've seen a fair few videos on it though. But it's obviously a great buy, right? I just know that because obviously majority of these altcoins have dropped massively, and you guys can clearly see if we go to the charts right here for Quant. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Okay, I hope I am. But let me know if I'm pronouncing it right. But you guys can clearly see its previous all-time highs was in fact pretty much $400, $394, right? And now it's currently at $107. So obviously it's a great buy. You guys understand, okay? Now this is not financial advice, and I'm not saying that this will 100% happen, But you guys understand, majority of these altcoins, right, that we aren't seeing right now will obviously, okay, reach back up to its previous all-time highs and of course reach a new all-time high. Okay, that's what I want you guys to understand, right? So yes, this altcoin could potentially, reach back up to its previous highs easily. Okay, and it looks like it's already recovering. Its lows was a fact at around $52, right, back in July last year in 2022. So it's obviously slightly pumping up, right, way higher than that. At one point it was at like 193, but it's slightly dropping, but still it's looking pretty good for Quant, right? It's slowly recovering. Okay, it's looking way better than majority of these altcoins that are not really recovering. Like for example, Cardano. If we go to Cardano, it's like barely recovering. And you guys know I'm a huge fan of Cardano. Cardano is one of those altcoins that I'm really keeping my eye on because it's just down a lot, right? But and I really do believe Cardano is going to perform very well in the next bull market. I like Cardano a lot. I like the creator of Cardano, Charles Hoskinson. Okay, he's a very smart man and he's been in the crypto space for a while. So I just like what they're doing with Cardano. Okay, and that's why I'm investing in it. But you guys can clearly see Cardano has dropped a lot. It's like not even recovering at all, but it will soon. Okay, a lot of people don't want to buy into majority of these altcoins because they have dropped a lot. But you guys understand, this is obviously the perfect time right now to buy. Okay, that's what I want you guys to understand. This is obviously the perfect time right now to buy into these altcoins, especially Bitcoin, right? Now, for all the people out there that are, just investing into altcoins and not investing into Bitcoin, understand this, right? You need Bitcoin. Okay, and the reason why you need Bitcoin is because the dominance for Bitcoin, you guys can clearly see up here, okay, it's pretty much at 50%. So the dominance is way higher than these altcoins. You guys can see Ethereum, the second largest altcoin, the second largest crypto coin, right behind Bitcoin, is at 19.4%. Bitcoin's at 49.6%, right? So just think about that. Okay, so the dominance for Bitcoin is obviously way higher than majority of these altcoins, right? So you need Bitcoin in your portfolio. Don't just invest into altcoins, right? Please understand that, guys. But yeah, Quant, it's not too bad. Okay, I need to do more research on it because not every altcoin is obviously the same. You guys know I'm very bullish on like an altcoin like Chainlink, right? You guys know that. So yeah, Quant, I've been like I said, I've been watching a fair few videos on this altcoin because a fair few other crypto YouTubers that I follow and watch do in fact talk about this altcoin. But personally, okay, I don't know nothing about Quant. I hope I'm pronouncing it right, but yeah, I don't know anything. But it seems like still it's a great buy, even though yes, it's still slowly recovering from its bottom, which was around below $60. But yeah, it is looking pretty good for Quant. Okay, and I really do believe this altcoin will easily reach back up to its previous highs, right, and reach a new all-time high. Fingers crossed. Wait, let's have a look here. Wow. So this altcoin has been around for 5 years, since 2018, and it was literally at $1. That is crazy. 394. Now there is this one altcoin that is pumping today, and we know the market's not really moving. You guys can clearly see it's actually down 1.5%. How's Bitcoin doing? Let's go back to the 15-minute mark. Now it's currently at 30,700, so it's dropping. Okay, so we're back at the 15-minute mark for Bitcoin. You guys can clearly see, and it is dropping. But there is this one coin, and it seems like it's another Pepe coin. It looks like because of the logo. Keck. I don't even know these names, bro. These names for these like meme coins are just so weird, but it's pumping. Another altcoin today is pumping 100%. Do not chase green candles, guys. Okay, if you see a altcoin, even a meme coin, especially, listen to me. A meme coin, do not chase the green candles. Right? I know you have FOMO, okay, you fear of missing out on whatnot, but you're not missing out on anything, right? It's exactly as I told you for Pepe, right? If we go to Pepe, we go to all-time chart for Pepe. I told you guys, right, around this time, when everyone, right, around here, okay, I remember around 5th of May, when everyone was talking about Pepe, right? And it was pumping. Everyone on Twitter was tweeting about it, right? There was just so much hype behind Pepe. I told you guys to not chase Pepe, to not chase that green candle, because Pepe was obviously pumping like over 100% in like 24 hours. It was absolutely pumping. Even the next day, it kept pumping, right? But I told you guys to not chase Pepe. Okay, don't firm it into Pepe. It will eventually drop and crash. And that's exactly what it did. Obviously, right now, it is slowly recovering. You guys can clearly see that. So that's absolutely amazing to see, because I thought Pepe, you know, lost its steam. Okay, but I guess not. Pepe's still holding up very well in my opinion, but it's nowhere near its highs, right? But it could potentially reach that. But I told you guys to not chase Pepe, and look at it, right? It dropped massively. Okay, so every single time, guys, please understand this. Every single time you guys see any crypto coin pumping like crazy for the past 24 hours, please understand it will eventually drop. So, for example, this coin right here is up over 100% today for some odd reason. Um, it's gonna eventually crash like crazy. You know what I mean? It's gonna crash, right? So look at that. It's already dropped a lot for the past like few days, and now slowly recovering back up to the upside. But these meme coins, I don't know what is wrong with these names, but that's that, right? Personally, guys, I told you guys many times, when I'm buying into, meme coins, I'm not buying them for long term. I'm simply just trading them, right? So I'm simply just in and out, right? I make my money and I'm out, right? I trade them. I don't hold them. I don't buy them for long term, okay? And I wouldn't recommend, investing into meme coins as an investment for long term, right? If you want to stick with crypto long term, stick with Bitcoin and Ethereum, right? Those are obviously great long-term investments, guys. Don't invest into meme coins. And I know a lot of people out there obviously invest into different meme coins, get into them early, and just crossing their fingers and hoping that they will in fact pump in the future. But it's high risk, high reward, guys, right? So we all know that. Okay, so always invest money that you're comfortable losing. Okay, someone says here, I don't have any BTC Bitcoin, right? But I have 3 Ethereum. That's actually amazing that you have 3 Ethereums. I'm actually amazed that you have 3 Ethereum. That's actually good, right? So you don't have any Bitcoin. Okay, so I'm guessing, you've just been investing to Ethereum, I'm guessing, right? I mean, it has to be, right? So you have 3 Ethereum and you don't have any Bitcoin. I highly suggest you to start investing into Bitcoin as well, right? Really start investing into Bitcoin. Okay, and a lot of people out there, I realize, right, are in fact actually selling, and this is what a lot of people did, in the last bull market. A lot of people out there were in fact selling, the Bitcoins for Ethereum, right? Because I don't know, they just knew that Ethereum was actually going to pump way more than Bitcoin, right, in the next bull market. And a lot of people were in fact doing that in the next, bull market, right? And that's exactly what they did. And the returns were absolutely amazing. Obviously, we saw Ethereum pump, same with Bitcoin, of course. But apparently, Ethereum was performing, some days it was in fact performing way more better than Bitcoin. But it's understandable, you know what I mean? But yeah, I would highly suggest you, right, since you have 3 Ethereums right now, don't sell them, by the way. I really do believe Ethereum is for sure going to reach a crazy price in the next bull market. We all know that, right? That's going to happen. I really do believe Ethereum's going to reach at least 10K, at least. And people are in fact saying it's going to reach 15K, right? And that's why, guys, you guys see me, stacking a whole bunch of Ethereum as well, okay? And of course, Bitcoin and other altcoins like Chainlink, Cardano, Solana, Polygon, you name it, okay? But obviously, my main investments are obviously Bitcoin and Ethereum. So with Ethereum, yes, it's a great long-term investment. And since you have 3, don't sell it, right? Just hodl it, right? It's a great long-term investment, and you can also stake it. So in a way, you can get money back, right? In a way, right? When you're staking it, of course. But get some Bitcoin, man. That's what I would highly suggest you guys to do, right? Get Bitcoin. Okay, since you now have 3 coins of Ethereum, you should try to get 1 Bitcoin. I've been telling you guys many times why you should get 1 Bitcoin. 1 Bitcoin in the future, of course, long term, will potentially make you a millionaire, and of course have a lot of wealth. Okay, we know there's a limited supply of Bitcoins. Okay, not everyone in the world can own 1 full Bitcoin and accumulate 1 full Bitcoin. And obviously in the future, it's going to be extremely rare to own one full coin. So that's why I've been telling guys, ever since I started this YouTube channel, I told you guys to accumulate at least one full Bitcoin, because one full Bitcoin will eventually reach millions of dollars, and not everyone in the world can own one full Bitcoin. It's going to be extremely rare. It's sort of rare right now to see someone own one full coin, because obviously it's not cheap, right? Bitcoin is still pretty expensive, but knowing where Bitcoin is going to be heading in the next few years, right? And of course, the next few decades, it's crazy. You know what I mean? It's going to be, more expensive than where it is right now, right? So I highly suggest you to start investing into Bitcoin. And obviously it's a great time right now to invest into Bitcoin because it's still at $30,000. Bitcoin is obviously nowhere near, its previous all-time highs. So I highly suggest you to start investing into Bitcoin right now. Right now. Like literally, no financial advice, just my personal opinion, of course. But guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end this stream. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and if you guys have not yet seen my most previous videos today, the ones that I've literally uploaded like an hour ago, you should definitely check them out. Pretty interesting videos. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end this one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe. If you guys have not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing. Okay, please. Let's get to 3,000 subscribers. I know a lot of you guys are in fact watching my videos and you guys are not subscribed, and you guys are in fact in the crypto space. You guys are crypto investors and traders just like myself. So please subscribe. Let's make that money together, right? Let's become millionaires together. So I would highly appreciate that, guys. But guys, if you guys haven't also followed me on my social medias, Instagram and Twitter, I highly suggest you guys to follow me on Instagram mainly, because that's where I'm mainly active. I'm actually more active on Instagram than Twitter, right? I need to start being more active on Twitter. I need to tweet more. That's what I realize. It's just hard sometimes, and it shouldn't be, right? But it's all good. I'll figure things out. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll catch you guys all in my next video. Have a blessed day, guys.